Hello, everybody. Good morning. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. I have a Bachelorette Jenn story to get to right now. Jenn addresses Bachelor Nation as she pauses PA school. I'm going to bury the lead right now and just tell you guys I fully support anybody who wants to pause their education to live their dreams. It'll be there when you come back. I might not be the little angel on your shoulder that says, go back to studying in school. I'm the devil that says, do what you want with life. Who cares? None of it matters. That's what I'm all about. So Jenn, I got some good messages for you. I'm going to play what she has to say. Jenn is our next Bachelorette. Her season premieres in several weeks, July 8th, 2024. We'll be here to cover it in its entirety as we always do. Hey, make sure to check out the podcast, a full rebrand. It's called The Rush Hour with Dave Neal. I've actually got, I'll show this to you guys before we get going. I did a new mailer today to the newsletter. If anyone wants to join that, it's linktree.com/Dave Neal. But in the newsletter, I just basically shared, all of the new updates. Mainly that we have a brand new logo that we're working on here. So you'll see that twice a day. That's right, your boy, twice a day. I'll still have Bachelor News. We did take Bachelor out of the title. I'll still have Bachelor News, but I will be covering other things. Bravo content, which favorite Netflix shows I'm watching, those types of things. I watched Hitman on Netflix. It was just okay. I fell asleep, but I had a baby 6 weeks ago today, so most movies are making me fall asleep right now. Sleep is of the essence. All right, well, here's what Jenn had to say, 3 minutes long. I'll play it for you guys, and then we'll dive into maybe our ethos, what we believe is important in life, and it's, no offense, not going to PA school. Have a listen.
Okay, so I know everyone's been asking this question for a while now, and am I dropping out of PA school?
Do it.
And the answer is yes. No, you guys are crazy. Guys, no, I'm not dropping out of PA school.
By the way, she loves these moments where she goes, I want a guy with a big personality. Yes, no. I mean, big. She loves a good divergence here. If she was driving, she'd be all left and right-hand turns. Either way, we enjoy it. How glowing is she?
I am just taking a little break. I took a little break for filming The Bachelorette, obviously, but now I'm back. And I'm in a bit of a pickle right now because I'm doing a lot of press events and there's just so much going on in my life right now. I'm in LA like every other weekend. So I was going to finish up the second half of my emergency rotation, which is the rotation that I was in the middle of before I left for The Bachelorette. And the plan was to finish that right now during this time, but I wasn't thinking because this is actually the craziest time of my life, and I want to be able to fully focus on school and fully focus on like what I'm doing here as well. So I think the new plan is right now is that I'm going to further push back my emergency rotation until September, which is when the show stops airing and all this chaos is going to die down.
Okay, so, by the way, Jenn, the chaos ain't going to die down. I mean, maybe it will in like a year or so. But you have like a very busy year. Here's my thought. And again, I covered this on the Morning Rush. I'm just going to go into it a little deeper here. She, very smart of Jenn to realize, all right, I don't have the time to put all of my effort into this and all of my effort into that. I don't know much about PA school, but I did hear that it's more of a truncated version of med school. Let me know if that's true. So it can be very aggressive in that it's a much shorter schedule, but also people have said, hey man, if you most programs don't let you just pause, like you might lose all the credits. This person here commenting said, your program is so nice. I got points off for missing one day for my wedding. Well, that's just horrible. That's a horrible thing. This is, again, I'm just a lone wolf who makes YouTube videos in his underwear. You know what I mean? But this is why I just can't exist in some sort of greater structure. Could you imagine that your credits don't transfer because you got sick or whatever the case may be? Healthcare, it is, for those that do it, unbelievable. I applaud you. I have an uncle who was an ER doctor, and he kind of had to retire early because of how crazy and traumatic it is. I'm sure a lot of people are reeling and hopefully getting therapy from what they went through in the first responder world or the healthcare world following the pandemic. I mean, wild times out there. Not to say it can't be great, fulfilling. I just think what she's got going on now, like she says, is going to demand her full attention. To think that in the fall when her season ends, she'll go back to normal, I don't think so. I mean, people are going to be very interested in your life. You're going to have a lot of opportunities. I say just, when, what is this? What's the saying? When life gives you rain, make whiskey, corn, something about that. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's the best plan for me because I will just be able to focus on it and I'll be able to like go into these shifts and having had studied and having like time to like really like immerse myself in it because I was thinking I only have like 7 shifts to make up and I could do it now, but it's like I'm not going to be giving my all because I'm going to be thinking about other things and doing other things, and then it's like, what is the point? Like, it's not just like I don't want to just finish the shifts. I want to learn and do well and like be a good provider, and if at the end of the day that's my goal, then I need to be able to dedicate the time that it deserves. So I'm further pushing it back just a little bit, and then after that we'll go from there and see what happens. There's a lot of different plans in the air. I might continue taking a break until January, just because it works better with like the schedule of my school, or I might just continue. So like, I haven't fully decided what I'm going to do yet, but the truth of the matter is, yes, I am going back to school. And I know everybody has so many opinions on that, and people think that I won't, people think that this and that and blah, 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 but I'm going to do it. Listen, I've spent my entire life working for this moment and studying for this moment and like just putting my all into this. It's like I finished the hardest year, which was didactic year of PA school, and I'm not.
It's true. They say the didactic year of PA school is the hardest. Why do I know this? Because I did a simple Google search. What does didactic mean? I have no idea. Now let me tell you something. Just because you worked your whole life for this moment, and again, I'm going to have some people that might comment and say, oh, Dave, you're giving her terrible advice. I'm just here to say, look, you could die tomorrow. Live your life. Do whatever makes you happy. Now, working as a PA might make you happy. That might be the thing. I just think a lot of times, and I know she's not that young. I think she's 25 or 26. But a lot of times we're so like focused on achieving a goal that we think is our dream, and we're missing out on something even better right there. And then you do a job for 5 years, you become a lawyer, and you hate it. Now, some lawyers love it, but there's just a lot of burnout that exists in high stress jobs, whether it be legal work or working in medicine or plenty of other jobs in business or sales. Everyone who's worked in sales has dreams of like cold calls and like lead generating and yuck. You know what I mean? We've all got that. And I'm just of that stance in this late stage capitalistic world that none of it matters. Find something to do that you love doing and find a way to make money doing that. Again, not saying this won't be the case. I just can't imagine the structure that exists in the medical world, how annoying that would be. Like a doctor, like I would love to help people, but which billing code did you put it on? And I got to deal with I don't know. It sounds horrible to me.
Not just going to put it off and not finish. Like, that would be insane of me because I do want a career in medicine and it's everything I've ever wanted. It's just, I'm 26, and as young as that is and as old as that might be too, like, it's like I have my entire life to finish PA school, and if at the end of the road I pushed it back by like a year, it's really not the end of the world for me. And so that's kind of just where my head was.
So she says at the end of the world, it's not the end of the world. At the end of the day, it is the end of the world. At the end of the world, it's not the end of the day. I mean, it depends on how you look at it. She's old, she's young. I love that. She's kind of got like a Dr. Seuss kind of energy happening for her with these idioms that she's got going on. She's immersing herself in this new new role as lead of Bachelorette. Now, look, some people might say, Dave, you've been really harsh on her, because I kind of like ripped her to shreds for that first joke that she bombed or whatever. I like Jen. I think she's great. I think she's a lot more normal than some of the leads that we had who seem way more rehearsed. We'll have to see how it plays out on her season, but I like someone who's willing to just go on camera and tell you how it is. We're so stuck in this world where like every 3 seconds we pause and edit and redo what we're saying. She's just giving you her thoughts. Now, I will say this, the entitlement of Bachelor Nation, some people to think they care what she does with her life. I saw this comment which was so telling. Promise these people nothing, Jen, because they will hold you to every word. Right? That's so true. And that was the top comment on this, is that people are going to be so upset with Michelle Young for not staying in teaching, or, people, trying to, navigate through the multiple choices in life. And it's very challenging, and not everything hits right away. So the audience is going to be judgy as hell if she sticks to influencing. But like I said to Katie, it's like she could have gone back to working in a bank, but she decided to pursue stand-up comedy. She took a shot with the sort of an audience that was there to support her. When Jen does her season, she might find that the dopamine rush she gets from helping others on a one-to-one level, or being, that might be better than anything she could do in the world of a PA school. Again, commenters, some people will feel differently. People have, unique things. Someone said, I'm a PA and it's absolutely the best career ever, but you have your whole life to be a PA. You're doing the right thing, making sure you can give your all to each commitment. Medicine will always be there for you. Enjoy each moment. And then, other people had, you don't have to justify your opinion. And then some people said, I think there was, there were, more positive comments than negative, but there were some that was like, I feel like it's not about you. It's about the program. There was some criticism there about how, like, the program shouldn't, change what they're doing for you, which again is ridiculous. Someone said, yes, take it slow. We're so young and don't need to follow a linear education path. Live your life. Right? Isn't that like the Australians? Don't they just love to travel? They have their gap year. I watch a lot of that show Below Deck, which is just people that are living on a boat, traveling, doing their life. And it's like, everyone to each their own has got a different thing going on. But either way, if she decides not to keep her career, it doesn't define you. Remember, Rachel Lindsay said when she gave up being a lawyer, she felt like that's what defined her, because we use what we are as like our bragging point for, our social position. Oh, hey, how are you? What do you do? Oh, I do this, I do that. I'm a professor, I'm a doctor, this pedigree that makes you feel like you have a place in society. You don't need that. It doesn't matter. But, if it brings her joy, be super selfish. Do it for you, not for anybody else.
Was that, and I know that a lot of you guys were curious, and a lot of my PA community was curious. So that's kind of my plan, and I wanted to keep you guys like updated and just let you guys know. And yeah, so that's the plan, and I will see you guys later.
I love it. She'll see you guys later. Oh, Jen's growing on me. I knew I would like her. Lana McKenzie said, as an Asian mom, I think you should not keep pushing your school to accommodate others' schedule. Yuck. As an Irish son, shut up. Nobody cares your opinions there. The Love Joy Show said, admit it, you're going to be a FT influencer like the rest. Oh boy, just the negativity of people. Who cares what she decides to do? That's for her and not for you. And her identity will be whatever she makes of whatever path she goes on. So Jen, if you're listening, I think you'll do great things no matter what it is, and don't feel like you need to hold yourself accountable to sticking to a career path. You're experiencing a once-in-a-lifetime thing. You're one of only a couple dozen women in the history of our country to ever be the Bachelorette. Whatever doors that opens for you, take them. And that's it for me. I'll be live on Patreon. I'm actually live on Patreon right now. If you want to join us, we have an amazing chat room full of very smart and very sexy individuals. Are you smart? Are you sexy? Then you need to be on the Patreon. Join us there, patreon.com/Dave Neal. I'll be there live all day long, and we'll be back this afternoon with more Rush Hour. Bye, everybody.